Hello, whoever decides to watch this video. My name is Vice, and welcome to GreedFall. Now, I had started playing this game already, but that was a little before I had decided to start making YouTube videos, and as you can see from the screen there, I'm really not that far into it. Now, this game was a game I had my interest, piqued my interest a good few years ago, I think. I remember it being teased a long time ago, and I just remember seeing articles that showed this unnamed game that had the main character was a guy in like George Washington time period clothing. I mean, if you can kind of see from the little snippet there, and you were fighting a giant monster that looked like it was half deer and half tree. And you were using good swords, you had guns, and then there was magic too. So, I was definitely curious, and I finally found out more about it and finally got it, and so when it came out I picked it up. So, since I have not very far, I don't really have a problem starting the game over again, so let's start the game over. I'm going to start off on normal difficulty, just because I'm a little rusty and I remember having problems, or remember having issues gathering the controls when I was playing this before. So let's see how this goes. I don't really remember a whole lot about it. I think it starts off just typical RPG elements.
Could you stand a little taller, just a tad?
Like this?
Yes, yes. The chin a tiny bit lower. Gaze a little more to the right. There! Now, hold the pose.
Character creation. Cool. I don't understand what that mark is. I mean, granted, I didn't get very far into the game, but yeah. You know, I never really understood what that mark was. Black guy. If I wanna, let's just do that one. Guy looks sad. He looks angry. He's concentrating or pooping. Check it out. I go from Edward Cullen to Jacob, whatever his last name is, to, I don't know. I think that's Hispanic, but I don't know. I usually make my characters a white dude because I've had a lot of my friends tell me I should have been born a white guy. So I guess I live vicariously through that. Facial hair. Mutton chops. They're so aggressive. Full beard. And it covers up the weird mark. Because games never have my facial hair preset. Cool. Black hair. The eye color thing is interesting because you can't really see that. Okay, so pick your starting class. Warrior focuses on melee combat. One-handed heavy blade weapons, one-handed blades and firearms. Then there's this technical one, controlling the battlefield. An elemental trap, firearms, and one-handed blades. So it's more of a, not really a direct fighter, but I guess more of an indirect. And magic. The offensive spells from a distance. And one-handed heavy weapons. Mental power and willpower. This was the class that I had went with before when I played, so I'm going to do it again. And let's see, pick an attribute. We'll start off with mental power level. Charisma. Vigor, craftsmanship, intuition. Lock picking. Science. Allows you to make simple potions. Let's go with charisma. From what I remember, that was a helpful thing the last time. Alright, let's start the game.
Just a few more minutes. You have such an incredibly singular face. That's a compliment, my lord, out of my mouth. Your particularity gives you character. You're still here?
We've nearly finished. Have you any more need of me, Master?
You haven't forgotten that we're setting sail today, have you?
Of course not.
He's nowhere to be found. I've searched the palace from cellars to attics. Your uncle has besunk himself. He was of a mind to
Alright. Better get up here real quick and turn my AC off just in case that causes any issues during the recording of this video.
account of the responsibilities awaiting him. He should go and inform the ambassadors of Telemi and the Bridge Alliance of his departure.
Have no fear, Master. I will go and see them in his name. I beg your pardon, but urgent matters call me away. Might we finish all this later?
Impossible, my lord. You are leaving with the tide, if what I've been told is correct.
I am sorry, sir. Truly, I must be going.
My lord, please, I beg you. Her Highness personally requested I finish.
Thank you, cousin, for getting me out of that.
Right. Say goodbye to your mother. That's how you crouch. That was, I guess that's ready position, so to speak. That's some kind of pause thing. I sort of remember that. Hey look, I have a pick, or a hammer. I'm gonna stand away from people. There we go, that's how to sprint.
Hey! Green blood!
Kurt.
And so the day has finally come. My royal
Yes, I remember this. Like I have to fight what looks like one of the musketeers.
Most loyal and tenacious master of arms.
as loyal as your goal.
Enough with the cold mercenary. I know you like us. Still hiding your men in the unsuspecting shadows of the greats of this world, I see.
Hey, our blades are the only thing keeping you dainties alive.
Kurt!
Dainties.
Need of your
That sounds like he just called me underwear.
Is that so? Well, let's see. Fight with honor!
I always, you know, it was always interesting to me that like, nobody questioned why he had, why do I have magic powers? Like, I want to understand that. Owie, that was my fault. Use L1. Let's see, tactical pause will pause the game and allow you to choose your next action at your leisure. Oh, that's cool. And bind to, we'll go with that. Okay. There we go.
You defend yourself well, Greenblood. One might think you had a proper master of arms.
The best.
Are you already training for your new post of legate?
From what I can remember, that was actually a much easier time dealing with that fight than before. The last time I think it took a little while for me to beat him.
Got you out of a final lesson. Unless you want to go through the paces again before we depart.
No, thanks all the same. I've quite a few tasks to check off my list before we depart.
No, screw it.
You are already assuming your political functions. And in a hurry. Always too busy.
It's always more fun to learn as you go. So I'm probably gonna die a few times.
Visit one of our barracks on the Isle. You'll always find a to give you a friendly fight.
I'll remember that. Thanks. Are your bags packed for the great departure?
Yes.
The great departure.
You're not angry that I'm coming with you, I hope.
Don't want to complain. You're complaining to your mom. Mom, I'm gonna show them I'm happy.
On the contrary, I'm thrilled that both you and Sir de Corsilion are joining our party. A few friends at your side in unknown territory is a boon.
Ah, so the old
Boon.
goat is coming too. And there I was thinking I
Old
would
goat.
die of boredom on the trip. By the way, where is our future governor hiding? I was hoping to put his skills to the test as well.
I have no idea. He had plans to celebrate his departure last night, and we haven't seen him since. You know Constantine. I should have gone with him, but my heart wasn't in the mood for celebration. The thought of bidding my mother farewell.
It is never easy to say goodbye. But you should be going to see her now. She must be waiting for you. I'll meet you in front of the palace. Then we'll go and find Constantine together.
Very well. I'll meet you as soon as I've said my goodbyes.
Okay. So, that was a heartwarming endeavor. Let's go here.
What is this? Have you not been taught to knock? I've asked 1,000 times. Oh, it's you, my dear child.
I'm sorry. I'm having trouble getting used to your condition.
Come now.
She's blind, but she looks like a zombie.
I'm so very happy to hear your voice. You remind me so much of your father.
What happened to these people? What happened to her?
Ready to set sail for
And
that
why do I have that
everyone's
mark,
talking about.
that like freakish birthmark right there on the side of my face? And why can I use magic?
Dying, my child.
There are questions, man.
Alas,
Questions.
there is nothing I can do by staying that would ease my suffering. One thing brings me cheer. They say the island is full of miracles, and we might find a cure.
Even if I were to find it, I would never be able to return in time to...
I know. But it brings me comfort that to know my son is left on a mission to heal his people. Come now. It is time for you to take leave. Here. Take this with you.
The family heirloom. There's a little lantern bubble right there, thingy, next to me, or on my belt.
A family heirloom. Something that... Take it and keep it with you. May it bring you good luck. All my blessings go with you, my child. Now, be off.
That lady looks like Death's grandmother. Ooh, look at me. I'm all fancy and musketeer-ish now. Let's go talk to this dude.
Kurt? It's done.
Sorry, Greenblood. Look, we can see the masts of the ship that'll be taking us. This is one sacred adventure we're embarking on.
I hope this island will keep its promises.
In order to know that, we'll need to find Constantine first.
You're right. Maybe he's already in the port. He was so eager to leave.
This will be quite the chore to finish before our departure. The commander wants to recover some merchandise from our supplier, but the transporter doesn't want to deliver. I did all I could to persuade. Nothing came of it.
So he's called in the fancy muscle.
This is your domain. I wouldn't say no to a little help.
Of course. Where is the supplier?
In the lower boroughs, near the port.
Right then. We'll put it on our list of visits.
Add Kurt to the team. Okay.
Where would you like to begin?
I've been asked to pay visits to the ambassadors of Thélème and the
Oh, that's kind of cool. He'll like talk while you're doing your thing.
Not far from here. We could go there first.
Very well. You think Constantine will be waiting for us next mission?
It's certainly worthy of inspection.
Oh, cool. I still have like the pre-order gear. Like I pre-ordered the game not too long before it came out. I think like a week before it came out. So I barely managed to get the pre-order bonus, which was some armor and then this like super cool looking... No, I don't care about you. Oh, I don't have the skills to use firearms yet. That's poo. And this on fire sword because that's awesome. I don't have the skill yet to do that. So, you know, there's that. And what does that ring even do? Oh, it just increases my magic damage. So I can use it, or I don't have to have it equipped, from what I remember. Alright, so let's take a look at everything here. This place is very, not good. There's like ruins and there's a guy he is wearing a bird face. That's one of the doctors from this time period. I remember that. I think I learned about that like years ago. That those doctors wore masks like that. They weren't even really doctors. They were pretty much just, I don't know, like polite Grim Reapers or something. In any case, they wore masks like that because the long beaks were filled with flowers and whatnot. Stuff to smell pleasant to overpower the horrible stench of death that lingered, because during like the time of the plague and just poor civilizations and whatnot, they had less like a big pyre, or like bodies were just stacking up on the side of the road. People didn't have plumbing, so you know, all that smell filled the air.
Your Excellency.
Lord de Sade, I have been told that you were named Legate. Congratulations.
Legate?
Those
I don't know what that
are
means.
great responsibilities for someone as young as yourself, but you will bring honor upon your family and the congregation. Of that I'm certain.
I thank you, Excellency. I've come here to inform you of our departure for Tiefredi. My cousin Constantine is about to take up office as governor of New Serene, and I'm accompanying you.
I had no idea you would be leaving so quickly. What a shame. I had thought... Well, then, that is a pity. Have a pleasant voyage. A brilliant future awaits you. They say that it is a marvelous island.
Do you think the odds are that this guy can be a snake charmer?
And sincere wishes for success.
You seem slightly hesitant. Please, tell me what troubles you.
A rather unscrupulous individual has been sowing trouble.
Is that a racist comment? I feel like it is.
A charlatan passing himself off as an alchemist.
Yeah.
Do people actually give credence to these lies?
Alas, yes. They snatch up his celebrated panacea. Remedies worse than the ill, believe me. As you can well imagine, alchemists are our pride.
alchemists, which is not as cool as that Full Metal Alchemist show. They're just potion makers. Which I guess is still kind of cool, but it kind of puts alchemy more in line with a subject at Hogwarts, as opposed to being able to create things from different matter and all the cool stuff that happened in the Full Metal Alchemist show.
So well to your new functions of diplomacy. The man operates in the city center. He is said to be clever and mean. Be careful.
Clever and mean.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lord de Sade.
It sounds like my character's last name is De Sardine. Like apparently I'm a fish. Or I'm a noble fish or something. What is that? Oh yeah, I have to go tell a bunch of people that I'm gonna hit the bricks. We're gonna go sail to the new world and have my own Pocahontas adventure, even though the reality is that that's not what's gonna happen. I mean, I guess it could be a Pocahontas adventure, but it'd be more like Pocahontas on acid. And, you know, we'll get to, well, you'll see why. Just seeing what I have to deal with the creatures that I fight. So you fight one of them right before you leave.
Sir de Sade, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I have come to inform you that my cousin Constantine and I are departing for Tirfredi on the hour.
Ah, yes. I did indeed hear talk that you had both received callings of greater stature. Allow me to congratulate
Yay, another
you.
fancy person.
Were you not named legate of the congregation?
You are correct, Excellency. I thank you.
It is a station of great honor that I am sure you will fill with brio and panache.
Panache. Fancy words. Everybody who watches this is gonna be a little bit sophisticated when it's over.
I only regret that your departure
It's like
was so sudden.
not quite
Really?
playing polo,
To be entirely
but
honest with you,
you know, it's
I
like
was hoping to solicit your
pinky out when you're drinking Bush or Natty Light or, you know, whatever.
And perhaps I can take care of your problem before my departure.
Very well. A small group of dangerous heretics has found refuge in Serene. We know that your uncle tolerates the presence of all pagans within the city walls. But these particular non-believers threaten the fragile harmony of this place. We would
Shun the
consider it a
non-believers.
tremendous favor if you would arrest them and deliver them to
This
our
guy looks like
guard.
Colonel Sanders.
Heresy is not a crime in Serene. You do know that. But I'm sure my uncle would hear your arguments. Why call on my intervention?
The prince would indeed give us his blessing, but it would take time. Far too much time.
He does look like Colonel Sanders. I wonder if, like, he was inspired by Colonel Sanders. Like, I'm expecting, like, a bowl of chicken or, you know, whatever the appropriate containment receptacle thing would be for this particular time period.
I'll look into this and see what I can do. I must be going. Farewell,
Man, he's gonna
Excellency.
set it down right there and just start gnawing down on a leg and say in some kind of fancy dialect that it's finger licking good. How would he say that? It would be like, I don't know, 'tis nobly delicious. There we go. I don't know about that. That doesn't really sound like a slogan for KFC. That sounds like a slogan for a fancy cereal. Not quite like Lucky Charms, just, I don't know. I can't think of a sophisticated cereal name. I'm pretty sure I will, like momentarily. It's just gonna be all kinds of random.
How might I be of service?
You can
Jesus.
start by explaining to me why you refused to honor the orders agreed upon with the guard.
There's been a misunderstanding, sir. Of course we're ready to honor the orders. In fact, I've already had a word with your master-at-arms.
They're
Is he
asking
blind?
that we pay again, despite having already paid.
It's just that the price has gone up since. I've nothing to do with it.
This is inadmissible. If you agree on a sum, you need to honor that agreement.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm just an agent. And I'm only obeying orders.
Your master has apparently asked you to demand a second payment for this merchandise.
That's right. He told me that their attendant seemed to be hiding something when he passed the order. And so he must have thought the guard would end up paying in the end, whatever he asked for.
I'll be damned. And I'm the one they've sent to settle the affair.
Sorry, Captain. It's nothing personal. I'm only following orders.
Following orders. Yeah, we hear you. Makes one wonder which one of the two of us is a coin guard.
Coin money, because money apparently makes this world go round. That dude's face is like all fucked up.
Why don't we go and solicit other suppliers, Kurt?
When we've already paid for the merchandise? If these thieves agree to reimburse the original payment, it's what we do immediately. And do know, in the future, we won't be shopping with them. Well, I should think not.
This whole story sounds suspicious and stinks of a scandal. You're demanding a second payment but refuse to reimburse the one that was already made.
I'm not the one demanding nor refusing. It's my master.
This stubborn
It
fool
reeks
is
of
pushing me
scandal.
to
It
madness.
smells like
You understand now why I'm asking
death
for your
and
help?
aged wine and so I can offer a bribe. It looks like I have the one necessary skill point for that. But then if I do charisma, there's a 75% chance that I will intimidate him into telling me what's up. So let's see, do I want to bribe him or do I want to try to threaten him? I think I tried threatening him the last time. Threatening him sounds more fun as opposed to offering a bribe. So let's try threatening him again.
I don't think you understand who you're dealing with. Perhaps I failed to present myself properly. Lord de Sade, nephew of the Prince d'Orsay and legate of the Congregation of Merchants. During our conversation, you explained to me that your master forced you to commit a crime. That's regrettable, especially as you will be considered his accomplice in extortion, theft. You know as well as I that the congregation does not tolerate such illegal activities.
But I'm only obeying orders.
Ooh,
That
burn.
is a shame. Well, as orders are the only language you seem to understand, I order you to return the guard the merchandise, without delay. Unless you'd rather your master is hung and that you finish your days in prison.
As you
Yay,
request,
it worked.
my lord.
I just
shall go
pecker slapped him
immediately
with
after these crates be
moral
delivered to the
fiber
attendant.
Now that's a wise
and authority.
Thank you. I was beginning to think this would never end. You're certainly honoring your new title. Bravo! The quartermaster must be expecting us.
Now I'm kind of curious as to how this conversation would have played out had I opted to try to bribe him. I can't remember what I did the last time, but I feel like the threatening thing is probably what I did, because that just seems like something I would do. I got an item called hoof fungus. Why is that something I would need to carry on my person? Why is that something that someone would collect and then feel the need to keep? I feel like I'm walking around with a pocket full of toe jam. It's kind of gross. A little weird. I don't know what Hawthorne is, but zone's controlled by other factions. This zone is under the control of another faction than yours. Certain places are forbidden to you. A costume, which is just a torso thing. So I could pretty much paint my face. That kind of, you know, hypothetically, that just says, hey, guess what? I'm not one of you. And as long as I have one of their shirts on, they're not going to think anything of it. Huh. That's interesting. Man, if only a lot of things in life work like that, right? It's like getting a new job. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm dressed for the part, so...
I still don't see Constantine at your side. I hope he hasn't been the victim of any foul play.
Don't worry. We'll find him in time for departure.
I certainly hope so. Will you be in need of my help in any way?
What will be your official title on Tier 3D? Or are you just here to keep an eye on us?
What will you be doing?
Don't be ridiculous. I'm coming in the capacity of official advisor. Nothing more. But His Highness has also asked me to report to him on certain strategic observations. I am therefore required to take note of all events, chart the island and its resources, and also obtain as much knowledge
He's saying a lot of big words.
concerning the more dangerous.
I'm not entirely sure what the...
Your help will be extremely valuable to me. I've no longer the legs of an adventurer.
It's always a privilege to help, Master.
Yeah, okay. I have no idea what you said, but I'm gonna go do other stuff. Let's see if... Hey, come over here! Let's see if I can knock all these objectives off and get to the fun part before in this first video. From what I remember, it took a little while because there was a lot of stuff to do. Either that or I was just lazy.
I promised the merchants and their prince we'd be off before the tide. You, man, carry that properly. That porcelain is worth more than your life.
And he drops it.
There are some children we'd be best to refuse.
Captain Vasco.
And you are?
I'm de Sade, the prince's nephew. If all is in order, we will soon be embarking on your boat.
It's a ship. Not a boat.
Apologies.
He's sensitive about his little boat.
Asking, but the young governor isn't with you.
Size does matter.
I need to find
Apparently, in this time
I
period.
hope nothing's happened to him or he hasn't changed his mind. The tide does not wait.
Perhaps he simply
His
celebrated
facial
his
tattoos are
imminent
kind of
departure
intense.
with a little too
My
much
little
enthusiasm.
ascot fluffed right there.
Is everything ready?
We're short a crew member. The cabin boy is missing. But have no fear, we will leave without him if he does not present himself before the tide.
Is he an important member of the crew?
We don't need him for sailing or navigation. He's only a cabin boy.
He must have simply had a bit too much to drink in celebrating his departure. Like another I know.
I doubt that. Jonas was never one to fancy drink. And it's been 2 days since last he was seen. Now I fear something bad has happened to him. Might I ask you, if you hear anything, could you
We have
report
to go
it?
find the cabin
I'd like to
boy,
send
cabin
Sailor
boy,
clear.
cabin boy. That sounds a lot more flamboyant than I feel like it should be.
When did you see your cabin boy for the last time?
It's been
No,
2
it's
days since I
pro
had any news at
Captain
all.
Tattoo Face for
Wasn't
information.
until this morning. My men had free shore leave when we're at dock. But the day of departure, every able-bodied sailor must be present on the ship.
Does the boy know anyone in Serene?
Other than fellow Nords? I don't think so, but it's difficult to be sure.
Does he have
This
any close
Jonas.
friends?
Does he have any close friends amongst the crew?
In tradition, we are all members of the same family. But yes, there would be Flavio and Laura.
Might I have a word with them?
As you wish, you'll find them over there, in port.
Be back
I don't really
soon,
think there's
Captain.
anything other information that's really relevant to this. So let's go do stuff. Let's see here. So, not novice. Not novice. Is it the heretic guy? Yeah, it is the charlatan guy. What's this? Inform the coin guard barracks quartermaster in Serene. I don't remember what that one is. But let's go deal with that guy, because if I remember correctly, that was kind of a funny mission to do. You just kind of go harass an old dude trying to sell potions, fake potions that may or may not have given the people who bought him cancer. And the guy looks like, he looks like a Walmart wizard. Ooh, what's that? Poorly written notice. The alley south of the old warehouse district. I feel like that's something I should check out. Oh crap, the people. Damn. Ow, you dick. It's like I have like magic pimp hands. I just kind of run around and like slap everybody with my magical pimp hand. Gotta keep that hand strong. There's the phony guy.
Citizens, I present to you Panacea, the absolute cure of everything. Toothache, stomach ailment, and even an open wound. This potion heals all of that.
What can it do about my terrible mortgage or
This little vial is the product
my
of
tire
years
pressure?
of research and intensive labor.
Will it fix the tread on my
I
tires?
hear you asking if this remedy can heal one from the malady. Alas, not yet.
There's like
But
dead rats kind of hanging right
your
there.
question is legitimate. I am so close to finding the cure. But the Malachor
Ooh,
isn't
the
the
cure.
only ailment causing you to suffer.
Malachor.
Not
I guess
true.
that's the disease that people seem to have. Is that what makes people look like death?
On this chance,
And what gave me my weird birthmark on my chin?
and energize life. Rejoice! A file only costs a few coins, and well worth it to make your life shiny and new again.
Does it really heal everything, your potion?
Everything. Absolutely everything. Except the Malachor, of course. That being
I like how he has to like slide that in there real quick.
top health.
It heals everything
Resist
except
the
for the one
Malachor best
disease
of
that's
all.
ravaging your entire society.
Don't throw away this chance. Think of all the pains that this potion could help you avoid.
You are right. It's a deal. I'm gonna take two.
There's a man that knows a good deal when he sees one. Hurry now. There won't be enough for everyone.
There he is. He's our man, no doubt.
His speech
I
is
wonder
well
what his
polished.
potion
I
actually
feel
is.
like buying some.
And if we had a word with him, I wonder if he'll serve us the same routine.
Alright, let's go harass this dude.
Ah, you're finally tempted.
In all honesty, I haven't made up my mind yet. I want to be certain that I'm not dealing with a charlatan.
In this day and age, I can't blame you. What might I do to convince you?
Are there any nasty side effects with this remedy of yours?
There are none. You will feel nothing but an intense sense of well-being.
I mean, you can get that same side effect from, you know, alcohol. Maybe he's just peddling booze.
Will you drink one of your potions to prove your good faith?
Of course. I take a little sip every morning. But as I'm in perfect health, you won't be able to verify the improvement in my condition. But if it helps you make up your mind, give me just a moment. There now. As you see, I am still in excellent condition.
Come on now, I swear you take that vial out of your pocket.
Vial.
Nothing proves that it's the same potion that you sell to your clients.
As a man of science, I consider skepticism a remarkable quality. But in your case, it is not skepticism, but blindness.
We need to steal one of these potions and force him to drink it.
Brilliant idea, Kurt. Let's take a look at his cart.
I remember having a problem trying to find it before. Those doctors, they're cool, but I'm not gonna lie, it's kinda creepy. Oh yeah. Pimp slap of magic. Anus. An old leather cape. I'm gonna take it. Little bit of money. I want to do the thing so that I can wear or use my sword. Let's take everything. Can I equip that thingamajig? Apparently not. That's no fun. God damn it. The controls for this are annoying. Mother's present. The charlatan's antidote. Junk. Not entirely sure what... Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. I can... How do I do the thing? World map, journal, other map. Oh yeah, there we go. Let's see. Does he have anything? Not really. Overall, nothing. There's a magic potion. I should bind that to something. Oh, that was cool. How did I do that? I should probably drink a health potion. It just seems very interesting to me that like nobody cares about the fact that I can use magic. Like I feel like that's a big deal.
Have you finally made up your mind?
I happen to have a vial of your medicine. Would you be willing to drink it in front of us? To prove that there is no risk?
This bullying is trying my patience. I'm beginning to suspect that you might be working for a rival.
You refuse to taste it.
You might have put something in it to cause me harm or further disgrace.
No, look. The vial is still sealed. It comes straight from your stock.
And you dare
Ooh,
challenge
is he gonna
me
drink it? What's
when
gonna
you have just
happen?
admitted to being a thief.
Come now. You can see for yourself that I'm gladly returning your vial, so that you might drink it in front of witnesses. This might help to dissipate my doubts.
Logic bomb
as well as
just
those of these
dropped
brave
on
folk.
that fool.
No, you don't have the right. Damnation. He got away. He can't have gone far.
Find him before his head ends up on a spike.
Think back to the note that we found. We need to take a look at the tavern. He won't leave the city without his belongings.
All right then. What's that X on the door mean? There's also an awful lot of like debris and ash floating around here. It's a little bit concerning. At the tavern. Threats in combat, it's funny. So it's essentially you can try any way to get a person onto your side, and if it doesn't work, you can just beat the hell out of them. I dig it.
Good day, tavern keeper.
Good day to you. What is your pleasure?
I'm looking for my cousin. His name is Constantine. I believe he was intent on celebrating his departure.
There was indeed a party here last night, but it ended badly.
Look at that giant slab of meat. What animal is it from?
My tavern was shattered, and no one's paid for the damages.
I'm sorry. Amongst the rebel rousers, did there happen to be a young man? 20 years of age, hair down to his neck, light brown, blue eyes, quite the talker.
I don't believe it. Of course he was there. He's the man that started the fight. I hope you've come to reimburse me. Don't count on me to help you if that's not the case.
What kind of damage are we talking about exactly?
A good half of my furniture was broken into firewood. I piled up the lot over there.
Let me take a look. Perhaps it can be repaired.
If you can fix it, I'd be obliged. If not, you'll need to pay.
I mean, I could do it, but...
That's not a small sum. I need to think about my options.
Oh, the father has forgotten to give his son his allowance, it would seem.
I don't really care. No, I should probably ask him at least about the
Has
disease.
the Malachor really put a damper on your business?
More than a damper. They were soaked. When the sickness began to spread, a wave of
With a giant leg of meat. Kind of want to take it and hit him with it.
Going out of their homes. They were afraid. I was close to closing shop, I'll tell you. And then, thankfully, the alchemists of the bridge said that you couldn't just catch it like that. People were still distrustful, as is their nature. They are leaving home again. It's a start. I also lost quite a few regular customers. Dead or too scared to venture back. No, but that's nothing new to you. The city would have sunk in the water if not for trade with the new isle.
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
Alright then. There's just a pile of money, like, right there, and I just kind of took it. Nobody said anything, so that's cool.
The furniture is in terrible condition. The fight must have been extremely violent.
It looks as if it's fixable. I've seen worse. We'll need to build some metal dowels, but once done, we can make them like new.
Okay, now I have to figure out how to do that because I don't remember. And I don't really want to pay them. Isn't there like a crafting? Yeah, there is a crafting table. Right here. How about that? Upgrade weapons and armor. Science allows you to create potions and traps. Knowledge to be able to use the crafting table. Oh, I need iron ore. I don't remember where I got that. Let's see. I don't remember what that one is. And there's that question mark over there. And there's a lot of doorways over here. Let's go to that one over there by the merchant. That would be this way. What is that? What is that one? Oh, so the tavern will tell me where the charlatan is. Fucking Walmart wizard.
Welcome. It's such a pleasure to see.
Yeah,
Have you
whatever.
seen anything to your liking? What might I help you with?
A mace. Wonder if he's got anything I need. Hey, look at that. Well, there's two. Alcohol could help you loosen the tongue of certain people. Neat. I'm gonna hold on to that.
Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
I'm not entirely sure what good is gonna help. He's dying! I pressed the wrong button. He's just walking around with his giant sword. It's not always about the size.
Sir Desade, I presume. It is an honor to make your acquaintance.
Look at that dude's nose.
You set sail, sir. Have you
His
seen to
nostrils
our
are all weird
business?
and pointed to the side.
We were finally able to recover
But he
your
has a
merchandise.
strangely fancy and sophisticated haircut.
I'm afraid, though, that your mission
Tis
isn't
very
completely
interesting.
finished, Kurt.
Blast me, I'm a captain, not an errand boy.
The commander was quite explicit.
Very well. What do I need to do?
The merchandise that you obtained needs to be sent to Tier 4D as soon as possible. But the Port Authority formalities for shipping take an eternity to wade through. And we've already lost quite a bit of time with this dishonest merchant.
Are you blatantly asking us to smuggle this merchandise and contraband?
I would never ask you to do such a thing, Your Excellency.
Ah, but you don't mind asking that of Kurt?
Well, if he finds an alternative solution that is less illegal, that would be fine. The method matters not. But
If not, I'm asking you to commit a medieval felony. Or whatever time period this is. Colonial, that word.
I await your return with most impatience. I'm certain you shall do what's required.
But then in that comes now, I'd have to go back and try to bribe Captain Tattoo Face, and he's not a very pleasant man. Alright, let's see what I can do. Open up these random boxes. That guy's probably just gonna keel over and die. Like, I feel like that's a problem. But, let's see here. Hey, look, I can zoom. That's a fun little discovery. I should do that. Let's go talk to those people. Investigate the disappearance of the kid person.
Any idea who I am? Open up, imbeciles! I have a ship to catch!
Do you hear that?
Yes, that's Constantine's voice. It's coming from the upper floor. It sounds as if he's locked up.
And I have a feeling they're expecting company. Be careful. The slightest itchy word to these brutes will have them drawing blades to scratch it.
Negotiation may be the solution. As you say, this breed of brutes won't spit on ransom money.
What a waste. I'd rather sneak around them than give half a coin to these seedy fellows.
Cool. So I know where he is now. I feel like he pulled the Jack Sparrow and was hitting on a lady he shouldn't have hit on. What was the thingy that I didn't do? Oh, it's probably just because I left the area. Zombie child! Zombie child! Now, should be around here somewhere. Isn't there a dude sitting somewhere or something? Magnificent feather. Is it really magnificent? It's glorious. So very glorious. Why do people leave their money in these crates? Or how does like the 2 or 3 gold coins that I find in these crates just come to be there?
You bet your stars I know him, but like I've been crying to the 9 death winds, he didn't go missing, he was taken.
Cabin boy, what do you
Were you a
know?
witness to the event?
Yes, I was. Even though I'd had a few tumblers in the belly, I hadn't yet lost my head. The other day, in the tavern, I saw him talking to a well-dressed man, surrounded by some other
'Cause
sly
every girl's
ruffians.
crazy
Then
about
when
a
we left,
sharp-dressed man. That guy has face
Flavia
tattoos
left a
too.
little earlier, you understand. Well, those brutes were there, waiting for him.
Look
They
at it, it's
just
the
up and
early
took him
permanent
right back.
makeup
Grabbed his
thing.
arms and poof, gone, vanished.
Why didn't you intervene?
I tried to, believe me, but my legs betrayed me. Wavering they were, and I fell into the gutter.
Did you report this to the captain?
Unfortunately not. I know all too well what weight my words carry. Even Flavia treated me like a drunken fool. And the captain? No, not telling him that. I still have some pride left, you get me?
Alright then.
Did Jonas seem troubled to you the night he disappeared?
Maybe. For sure he wasn't his usual self.
Do you know what was on his mind?
No. No idea.
He didn't like to talk,
Why
apparently.
would anyone want to snatch a mere cabin boy?
How would I know? Jonas is a gentle boy who keeps his head down. You think my story is nothing but myths too, don't you?
It's just that I can't imagine a gang of thugs hoping to get a ransom for a cabin boy. Did anyone else see the kidnapping?
There was still a small crowd in the tavern. But outside, I seem to recall that regular being there. We play cards with him from time to time. Kind of fellow who plays from morning to night time to be that skilled. But now and again he comes out. When nature calls, you know. I kind of remember his face
Yay.
being there.
The original public bathrooms.
Thank you, Laura. I need to be going.
Let's go away and do something else.
Good day. Someone told me that you're a friend of Jonas's, the young cabin boy who's gone missing.
That's right, yeah. Are you looking for him?
Yes. Your captain asked me to go and find him.
Happy to hear he's taken the disappearance seriously. What can I do for you?
When did you last see
I
him?
need information, you lady person.
We went to have a drink
Jesus,
in
look
the
at her
tavern.
ears.
Jonas, Lauro, and myself.
Did anything
I feel like
seem
she's
out
not
of
even
the
a
ordinary?
human.
Was he troubled?
Maybe a tad troubled.
She might be like an elf
Somewhere else.
Why would
or a
that?
cancer patient.
Give me your best guess.
Why? I haven't the faintest idea.
Why does everyone have like the permanent makeup tattoos and then the chin ink going on there?
What does Jonas do in his free time? When you're on land?
He just hangs around here or there. You know the cabin boys don't have half the sailors' wages. And when evening comes, we usually go down the tavern with good old Lauro.
Did he ever have one too many?
Never. He sips his pint like it was bad medicine. One drink lasts him the whole night.
Does he know anyone in Serene?
Friends of
No,
the cabin
as far as I know.
boy.
Do you think he could have made himself any enemies?
I wouldn't think that for a moment. Jonas has a good heart and he steers clear of trouble and troublemakers.
I don't know where to start with this. Do you have any idea?
No. Lauro won't stop telling anyone who will lend him an ear that the boy was carried off by thugs.
And you don't believe him?
I like Lauro, don't get me wrong, he's like a brother. But to be honest, he drinks a little more than he should. The itch for a drink gets us all, but to him more than others. And when you drink too
So the
much,
man
his
fancies the
imagination
drink a
wanders.
little more
Here,
often than
yesterday, it was me who tied one over.
everyone
and
else.
I thought I heard Jonas's voice by the
I don't-
canal.
I don't know pirate lingo.
backed him, as you guessed, but then nothing. Drink. It blurs the senses.
I need to be going.